What if you woke up tomorrow and no one was here? No voices, no footsteps, no movement, just buildings. If you were the last person on Earth, would you feel free or terrified? Because while thinking about that question, I realized something important. People need people. And yes, that sounds obvious. But what I mean is, humanity doesn't survive in ghost towns.
What is a ghost town? I'm not even certain I know the answer to that question.
When we hear ghost town, we don't just think empty streets. We imagine paint peeling, roofs sagging, street crack and crumble, weeds pushing through concrete, as if time itself forgot this place. We imagine failure, disaster, abandonment. And sometimes that's exactly what happened. Earthquakes, floods, landslides, wars, mining towns that ran out of gold, like in Nevada or Appalachia.
Appalachia.
It's deep, deep Appalachia.
Deep Appalachia.
When coal disappeared, so did the people.
When they started shutting the coal mines down, it just...
Agricultural towns that couldn't survive the land. But here's the unsettling part. Not all ghost towns are ruins. Some are perfectly intact. Today, we're seeing a different kind of ghost town. Not destroyed, not abandoned, but clean, modern, maintained. And yet, no one lives there.
One of the strangest real estate stories you may ever see. Entire cities designed to look like Paris, so why doesn't anybody want to live there?
Forest City, Malaysia. An entire town originally built for 700,000 people, costing over $100 billion, is completely empty. Or in China, where planners once built their very own Paris. And shocking news, it never became the bustling urban center it was designed to be. These aren't failures of construction. These are failures of occupation. Which raises a dangerous question. What happens when architecture outlives people? There's a reason ghost towns feel disturbing. They're liminal spaces, thresholds between states, places caught between what was and what could be. Neither fully alive nor completely abandoned. Complete environments missing their only purpose, life. During COVID, we all experienced this firsthand. Cities without people, train stations without movement, squares without noise. It wasn't peaceful, it was eerily familiar, like something from the architectural uncanny essays in the modern unhomely. Spaces we recognize, yet feel unsettling because they lack the humans that give them meaning. Because cities don't work without humans, and humans don't work without other humans. A city without people is not a city. It's a stage after the play is over. So why is this happening more often? Ghost towns aren't just the result of natural disasters. They're also the scars left behind by economic shifts. Slow, structural changes that quietly hollow out communities over decades.
Arises through rural-urban migration. Rural means the countryside and urban means the city. As people migrate from the countryside to the city, an increasing proportion of the inhabitants of a country live in a city.
In Italy, economist Luigi Zingales describes it as a kind of slow structural disease. Aging populations, young people leaving, opportunities concentrating elsewhere. This is where €1 homes enter the story.
Imagine paying as little as €1 for a home like this. That's what happened in Italy a few years ago.
In parts of Italy, they are practically giving houses away.
On the surface, it sounds hopeful. A fresh start, cheap homes, a new chance, hope. But you ask yourself, why is the house worth €1? Because the problem isn't housing, it's people. €1 homes aren't designed to save towns. They're designed to delay disappearance, and sometimes they work. But often, they don't bring communities back. They bring projects, renovations, second homes, content, not daily life. You know, there's this guy, Jake Rasmussen, who updates population signs in ghost towns.
So wait, are you leaving town? Oh, right, it's a ghost town. No one's here. Oh, that's something coming into town. And now they're going away.
Sometimes the number goes from 1 to 0. It's not funny, but we laugh because it's uncomfortable. At the same time, people are escaping cities. Remote work, burnout, cost of living. People want nature, silence, space. So we have this paradox. Towns with houses but no people. People who want houses but not towns. The problem isn't location. It's about the economic, social, and political systems that decide where life is allowed to exist. So, what can architecture really do? Competitions propose cultural centers, museums, symbolic interventions. But architecture alone can't create life. A beautiful building in a dead town is still in a dead town. Architecture can support life, but it cannot replace it. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Science fiction warned us about this. Look at stories like The Last of Us or I Am Legend. Empty cities, massive structures, few people. And sometimes fiction shows the opposite extreme. Overpopulation, environmental collapse. Cities so dense they are unlivable. The lesson is clear. It's not technology that fails, it's connection. Ghost towns aren't just about the past. They're warnings about a future where cities grow bigger, more impressive, and lonelier. The real question isn't how do we save these towns? It's how do we design spaces people actually want to live in? Spaces that invite life and not chase it away. Because a town that outlives its people isn't a success, it's a warning.